And we are live. Oh, and I keep forgetting, like, a lot of the music I have as background music. Um, so, I think it was a year or two ago, Sega did a 30th anniversary symphony stream of Sonic,
Yeah.
and at some point, those songs were actually added to, those songs were actually made available to download. Um,
Mhm.
I know at the very least they're on Spotify, which makes me happy. But one of the songs is they had a Chow Garden intermission.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and I just have that as one of the songs in my as part of my background music. There's a lot of songs. Let me see what I have. I have um I have the first song from Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, the game. I have um, a jazz rendition of an F-Zero song, a couple songs from the Sonic CD Temporal Duality fan album, which I love. Code Lyoko's theme, but it's an epic orchestral remix, which is
Oh,
that is
okay.
literally the name of the track in my little playlist.
Yeah.
Couple of Chrono Trigger songs, Jet Set Radio song, um, His World from Sonic 06, but an instrumental version. Um, Kirby Superstar Green Greens, nice one. Metal Gear Solid 2, Sounds of Liberty,
Nice.
interesting. Mega Man 3 intro with jazz rendition of the Mega Man 3 intro too, which got some just good remix. And like 90% of the songs I use for background music I got from Overclocked Remix. Overclocked Remix does a lot of really like there's a lot of really good fan remixes of game songs.
Yeah.
Um I think what would be cool is seeing mods of games that would actually add some of those like over some of the overclocked remix tracks in
Mhm.
because there's some really good songs. Anyway, let me hit the wrong button. Of course. Let me get Lego Star Wars booted up here. Was messing with I was messing with a bit of Fortnite like earlier, and I like that. So Isaac Clarke, if you buy him, he has his own quest line. That's basically here, have free V Bucks, the currency out for Fortnite.
Yeah.
And
I need
all the
someone
quests
to show me my
are
place in
literally
this.
just like do daily quest. Do enough daily quest, and here's like 100 V Bucks, and
Yeah.
you get like 1,500. Which a lot of times what I'll do with Fortnite, because it's one of the smarter ways to do it. The um because the battle pass will be like 950 V Bucks, but you get about 1,000 or so from the battle pass itself. So it's basically you earn enough V Bucks just by doing last season's battle pass to get next season's battle pass. So that's what I usually
Right.
do every season. I feel really dumb. Uh, I I don't remember when it was when I realized this, but I know Star Wars, like the text crawls usually explain, okay, this is what this is what happened between these two episodes.
Yeah.
And I don't think I realize. And granted, a lot of times I won't even read the text crawl, but I don't think I realized that until at best like 5 to 10 years ago.
Right.
Happy Beeps here, buddy. Come on. We pulled crazier stunts than this.
It is really weird to me. Because I mentioned a couple times when I pre-ordered this game, I got Poe Dameron's TIE Fighter, or not TIE Fighter, X-Wing,
What did I just say
as a
about
pre-order
Happy Beeps?
bonus.
Just for the record, Commander Dameron, I'm with the droid on this one.
Thank you for your support, General. All right.
What's
Within range. Just let me do the talking, okay?
what's kind of disappointing to me is Poe. You can see right here, his X-Wing is supposed to be like black and orange.
Yeah.
The actual micro build is I now have it here somewhere
Here
on
goes
my
nothing.
desk. It's like white. I think either like white and blue or white and orange. So it's not even like the right colors
Urgent
from the game,
communication from Poe Dameron of
which
the
is interesting.
Republic Fleet. It's a very good likeness. How is your mother, sir?
He ain't touch it!
He's going for the dreadnought.
All right, taking out the cannons now. Tally, start your approach.
Man, they really went wild with the cannons on this thing, huh?
Actually, I really liked the opening of Last Jedi,
Here comes the parade.
Yeah.
because it was a fairly cool space battle.
Right.
I think the one thing that still drives me nuts with it, because it just looks fucking stupid, was the the rebel ship getting attacked and then Princess Leia just like fucking, or I should say General Leia fucking using the Force to pull herself back to the ship. That just looks, it's another example of, I understand what they were going for, but it doesn't stop them from being stupid.
Yeah.
Which I think another series, not Star Wars, but another series that I can easily, that I feel the same way with, is Zack Snyder's DC films. Because I actually still really like Batman v Superman, despite its problems, because it's, I'm not gonna say it's an amazing film, but it, like, that film for me is another example of got way too much hate when it didn't deserve all of it. I'm not saying it did. I'm not saying it didn't deserve hate. It did. There were a lot of really clunky things, and I still hate. I still hate how they did Lex Luthor, because that's not Lex Luthor. That's. I think the best way I've heard it described is it felt more like Jesse Eisenberg was doing either Joker or Riddler, and it, I would have actually understood if that was the Riddler. Or if that was a version of the Riddler, because it made a lot more sense. But the one scene that everyone criticizes of the Snyderverse is the Martha scene in Batman v Superman. It's like, why did you say that name? And it's like, I don't fully hate that scene. Yeah, it's dumb, but I fully understand what they were going with that scene, and it's one of the reasons why I can't bring myself to hate it, because Um, it's one that definitely makes sense if you're paying close attention. But yeah, I mean I'm not gonna argue and say it wasn't dumb. It is. It's just it was. The entire point of that scene was to try and humanize Superman for Bruce, and it's yeah, it was a dumb line, but it for me it was an effective scene. That being said, there were other problems with that were
Yeah.
just kind of and I especially since it is available on HBO Max. I actually have a Blu-ray copy because Warner Brothers did release an official Blu-ray copy of it. But it like the best movie of the Snyderverse is the actual director's cut of Justice League, where Zack Snyder was able to make the movie that he originally intended to make back in 2017. Like Zack Snyder's Justice League is
The evacuation
is
is complete.
legitimately
Get it, Bo.
the
Now get your
best
squad back here so we can
movie
get out of this
of
place.
that
General, we can do this. We have the chance
basically
to
a
take out a
trilogy, because we're
dreadnought.
not getting it. I
Listen,
know for a
Gage,
fact we're
now.
not getting an
That's an
actual
order.
Bad
conclusion to that
connection. Gotta
story.
go.
Also, hi Walker.
Squadron, bring the bombs.
Wondering how long it's
Bombers,
going to
keep
take
that
somebody
tight
to notice.
formation. Fighters, protect the
I knew you
bombers.
were
It's not every day we get a
talking
shot at a
about
dreadnought. So let's make
something,
this
so I
count.
wasn't gonna interrupt.
Well, I appreciate that. I was talking about the Zack Snyder DC movies.
I was
Well,
listening.
and mostly as I've talked about despite its problems, a lot of the times I've defended um the Star Wars sequel trilogy despite having a lot of dumb things that even piss me off. There are things that I can defend, and brought up the fact that even the Snyderverse, there are things that I can defend. That, that I can defend,
Attack that last bar.
especially like
Our
stuff
only
that people
hope.
hated. I liked, people hated the whole Martha scene in Batman v Superman, but it's one that I can't bring myself to hate, mostly because I understand what they were going
Attack that
for,
last bar.
and
It's our
I think it
only
was
chance to
actually
bring down that
handled
dreadnought.
fairly well. For me, the biggest problem with that scene was the line, because it was a dumb line, but I still understand what they were going for.
Yeah.
No, I get that.
Yeah, and I will I will still say this, I said it a minute ago, but if you're gonna watch if you're gonna watch just the Justice League movie, watch the Snyder cut, which is on HBO Max. Yeah, the downside is it's 4 hours long, but it is a legitimately better version than what we got in theaters. Mostly because they actually they give characters like Cyborg an actual fucking character, as opposed to the theatrical release where he's just kind of there. I mean,
Yeah.
he's important to the plot in both versions, but at least in the Snyder cut, it's like, oh, like you actually care for his character as opposed to him just being there. And despite all the problems with Urza Miller now, has one of my favorite. The Flash in the Snyder cut has one of my favorite scenes in the Snyderverse, where in towards the end of Snyder cut, they actually fuck up, and the Flash just goes back in time, uses the Speed Force to essentially rewind time a few seconds so that they can actually succeed, and it's a really cool shot. And I know Urza Miller is kind of they are crazy.
Problematic.
Yeah, problematic. It's probably the best way. It is probably the best thing I can say. Oh, I do have it. I do have proton torpedoes. Wasn't paying attention. I am looking forward to the Flash movie. But I'm mostly looking forward to it because it's an adaptation of one of my favorite storylines from actual DC comics, which is the Flashpoint story. And I know people I know people had problems with the original comic story, but it is legitimately one of my favorite storylines in DC Comics.
Over the target while your bay door's open.
What'd you do?
Why the fuck is there a piano and a bomber?
Bombs away!
Oh, and they even throw they drop the piano. That mission took longer than it probably should have. Although I think that's mostly because I kept getting distracted.
We have them tied on the end of a string.
The mighty Kylo Ren, take that ridiculous thing off. You're just a child in a mask.
I do love
Prepare my ship.
Kylo Ren's I love Darth Vader shirt. That is a minifigure you can unlock.
Well done, pal. Ben naked leaking bag? What? Ben, hey! It's so good to see you. We need to get you dressed. Come on.
Wait, hold on. Which one are you playing through right now?
One of the more polarizing episodes.
Where's Ray? Hey, one thing at a time, buddy.
You're gonna have to
Get
be
you
more
dressed
specific.
first. We'll find you a jacket and some pants. There's got to be a closet around here or something.
Episode 8. I'm assuming you're not watching stream right now.
Come on, let's get you some clothes that don't leak.
Didn't think so. But we're at the point where
What? There's nothing in here. Who took it all?
Tell me
Finn
about it. People have a habit of borrowing and not returning here. If you look around
Finn
the ship, I'm
wakes
sure you'll
up
find some spares lying around.
from the ending of
The
episode
last
7
dress
and
went
now
out to a P.
trying to find clothes for him.
Don't think I know the guy.
The jacket should be in that wardrobe there.
You should never.
You know what?
Played
I'd
that
probably
episode
just
when
just
I
open the door instead.
still have the
Never
game
really liked that
installed.
wardrobe anyway. That should do it. All right, now let's head back to the closet.
I just couldn't bring myself to do the sequels.
I mean,
Not
what?
out of like, not out of hatred for the sequels, but just like,
Well, I'm
well,
dressed.
maybe a
So
little
where
bit
now?
of hatred
All
for the
right.
sequels, but not like.
Gotta go back to the bridge for a debrief. Get you all caught up while we're there.
I'm
Not
assuming
like out of spider malice or anything. I just
Where's
I'm
Ray?
I'm
didn't.
I'm assuming it was kind of a you got burned out by the point you got to the sequels.
I was more
Shit,
irritated
They've
that
tracked us through light speed.
that's impossible.
the other episodes were
Follow my
really,
lead.
really short,
Huh?
and they are absolutely way too short.
Well, I mean, to be fair, to be fair, to to be fair to Lego games, a lot of Lego games are fairly short. Also, instead of using the Force, she uses the Force to grab a fucking fishing rod and just fishing rods her way back to the ship.
Who's in charge?
Next in command is Vice Admiral Holder.
As one does.
Can't really,
Thank you, Commander.
can't really complain.
What's our plan?
Just looks funny.
Stick to your post and follow my orders.
But I mean, you can complain all you want. There's just no point.
Yeah.
What are you doing here?
Just doing some checks.
Checking the escape pods.
No, my shit!
This fleet is doomed. I need to warn my friend Rey. If she comes back to it, she's doomed too.
I'm turning you in for desertion.
I wasn't running away. I need to get to my friend and warn her that this ship is doomed.
We can jump to
Rose.
They can track us through light speed.
And
They can
a
track us
character
through
whose
light
actor got actual death
and we're
threats
dangerous
because
low on fuel.
people were upset at her.
Hyperspace tracking is new tech, but the principle must be the same.
I actually
They're
kind of feel
only
sorry
tracking us
for
from the lead
for
ship.
actor.
We gotta speak to Poe.
Even if we
I
got on
never
a Star
understood
Destroyer
that.
to switch it
Why
off,
did she
who
get
knows
death
where the
threats?
breaker room even is?
Because
I can get us there.
a lot of the
Shut their
vocal
tracker down.
a lot of the vocal fans were just upset
Why would
that
a door be locked behind some
she
target
had so many
The only way to ensure everyone is training.
so much focus in Last Jedi, despite the fact that
You got
like
that look on your face.
there's
Tell
a
me,
reason
what's
for
going
it.
on?
The
I
first
mean,
order's only
I mean,
tracking
the
us from
vocal
one
fans,
destroyer.
the vocal
Believe me.
fans
So
fucking
we blow
hated
that one
Last
up.
Jedi.
I like where your head's at, but now
And it
sneak on
and
board,
I'm not
disable the
saying
tracker.
Last Jedi was
Our
a
fleet
perfect
escapes before
film,
they
but
realize.
like
How do we sneak the
they
two of you on
really
Snoke's destroyer?
they really bashed the film and when it
Find the Master
didn't deserve
Codebreaker.
it.
You will find him with a red plum bloom on his lapel in the casino. To white.
The fleet's only got 18 hours of fuel left. We gotta hurry.
I'll be here to jump us to light speed.
Canto.
Also, I don't
Antarctica.
think you were here
Great.
last
You
night,
know where that
Walker,
is?
but we had
Let's grab a pod from the hangar.
You're not gonna zap me this time, right?
I'm not ready to
we
joke
did
about
get
that
the joke weapons cheat unlocked, so if you do pay attention to the stream and all of a sudden you have a character with you see one of the characters with a paintball gun, that's why. Just making sure you know.
I see.
Yeah, because we were I was messing with it last night. You had paintball guns. I think Han had a banana, and Chewie had a t-shirt cannon. I mean, I can believe I can believe Chewie using a t-shirt cannon. At least I think it was a t-shirt cannon. It was either a t-shirt or a confetti cannon, but it was a cannon of some
You
kind.
sure we can park here?
Don't get distracted. Remember, Master Codebreaker will be wearing a red plum bloom.
Sounds like the kind of guy who'd hang out in that fancy building up there.
Phantom, you still with us?
Yes, I'm still with you. I'm just fucking with stuff.
Gotcha.
I have no idea what I'm doing.
Are you in a game or something?
Yeah, I'm in the water temple.
Fun.
You know, a moron trying to solve puzzles.
I mean, there is still a chance that you can brute force it.
Hey, Glitch. How do you make the sound clips?
You mean for the Discord soundboard?
Yes.
I literally just find clips, take the get clips like if it's from a YouTube video, um if it's from a YouTube video, I'll put the copy the link of the YouTube video in like a a generic YouTube to MP3 website, download the audio from there, and then just cut the audio down to where I
Okay,
specifically want it.
what software do you use to cut down the audio?
Honestly, I do it in Discord itself.
Oh,
This place.
But I would assume you can use something like Audacity.
My way and
I don't want to use fucking Audacity, because the last time I fucking heard about it, it steals your
don't
fucking
even want-
data. Or it's a crypto miner, wherever the fuck it was.
Audacity or Audacity?
Audacity.
It was a joke. Calm
Okay,
down.
I'm sorry. Look, I'm just getting angry because I'm trying to use it with fucking VLC, but it's not fucking working.
Yeah, I don't think VLC has editing
VLC
software.
can't do conversion.
It can do conversion. Well, I don't know if it has editing.
I mean, it kind of does.
All right, time to gamble. Yow.
Fuck it, I'm using Audacity. God. Bullshit.
I don't remember hearing Audacity did that though.
It was back in like 2021. I'm looking at it right now. It's fuck. Oh, back to the wiki article. There was a draft proposal to opt in telemetry to the code to record application usage. There's another controversy resulted in change privacy policy. It was personal data stored in servers. Per occasion, be required to share your personal data. The main office in Russia.
Mm.
But they apologized for the changes to the privacy policy and removed the mention of the data storage provision, which was added out of abundance of caution. Install it. I don't care. Launch this shit. Fucking cut this shit down.
Kind of surprised I didn't hear of that. Although I don't typically use Audacity. And yes, I know I'm supposed to be continuing with the plot. This is episode 8. I want to gamble first.
Yeah.
Ow.
Hold on, I want to test. I want to test see if this one works. Did it work? Did it play through?
I didn't hear anything.
God.
Me neither. What was it supposed to be?
I have a sound. I'm trying to test the fucking soundboard on, but I'm not sure. Let me leave the call and come back in.
Alright.
Right. Okay. Because let's. Okay. still hear me, correct?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. Should fuck with this like earlier. No, it is on here. Put device should be here. And on the top.
Yes, I would like one alcohol, please. Hmm. Yeah, I'll do it myself. Alright, so I know where I need to go. Game just doesn't want me to go in there.
Right. Give me a moment.
Ow.
Oh.
A red plum bloom.
The Master Codebreaker.
Yep, those are the shuttle parkers.
All right, you two are under arrest for parking violation 2017.
The joke's on them, those weren't even our real
Without a
weapons.
codebreaker to sneak into Snoke's Star Destroyer, what do we do?
I don't know. Unless you got a thief in your pocket.
I can do it.
What?
Me and the First Order codage. Go way back.
I do love
Did he just...
I do love just opens the fucking cell door with an actual Lego brick separator.
There. Get that cover up. We can escape through the sewer.
Oh, we don't have our graphics.
We're gonna have to
Wait,
get them back to
they
the
have
guard room.
like official brick separators?
Yeah.
The alarm. If we set it off, the guards will have to come investigate.
That'll draw them out their room for sure.
Actual fair recent Lego sets for about a decade have had actual brick separators included.
I know the answer to the question already, but why?
I think
To
Hans
separate
here should be
bricks.
able to weigh the switch down. Any ideas? We set off the alarm. That'll definitely distract those guards. This isn't gonna work with just us two. Someone or something needs to sit on this switch.
Oh, bouncing session over. Oh, this better be the biggest emergency this city's ever seen.
It is. A gonk droid figured out how to turn on the alarm.
Now, let's get to that guard.
I don't think it figured out how to turn on the alarm, more of it powered the alarm.
Like I said, it figured out how to turn on the alarm. Um, no, I don't even know what I'm saying. What I was gonna say. Nah, shit. That's right. I still need the gonk droid.
Oh wait, that comes through?
You're not a person.
What was that?
Does it? I can't believe you can fucking put
Couldn't
bleeps
bust
on
us
everything.
out, could ya?
Okay.
Oh yeah, so if I say something you don't like, you just blink it over.
Keep on
Oh,
dancing in
yeah.
the free world, little buddy. Hey, a
That's
statue of one of
funny.
the guards. Seems so useful.
Wait, so you're telling me that works, but okay, I guess that doesn't. Oh boy, fuck is it?
I'm wondering if the problem is length of clips, maybe.
No, it's not.
Huh.
Because I did everything on the guide. You know, I set the input device, the virtual audio device.
Okay, it's in here somewhere.
Hmm.
Great. Looks like our stuff is locked behind that stuff.
You just need to disable that power generator, right?
I mean, theoretically. Beep.
Good.
Are there really just two guards watching these fucking puppets?
Why not?
They
Is it
well,
a good show?
it's literally a Finn and Rose puppet.
They did a good job of being
Whoever
Finn
gets
and
us our
Rose.
stuff back.
You know, I don't know. Guess it's a good enough job if they're still watching it despite the fact they know they're not the real people.
Well, that definitely worked.
It worked a little too well. Look,
Maybe those two guards aren't on duty. They're just taking in a show.
Maybe.
prison riot. Just what we need.
That's look, a graphic.
Let's not hang around here longer than we
Yes,
have to.
a grappling hook, he says, grabbing a banana. Potassium. Phantom, what is the app you're trying to use for the soundboard thing?
Voice mod.
Okay. I might download it after stream and try and get it working. See if I can figure it out.
Right.
So I figured out why I couldn't solve the puzzle.
You were doing it wrong?
No, I didn't have puzzles activated.
Okay then.
I couldn't solve the puzzles because I wasn't supposed to be solving the puzzles yet.
Those cops will be here any minute. What now?
Yes, I am very much annoyed.
With the resistance.
How could you tell?
They must have come through here.
Oh, I did want to say, so in the scene that we just
What's the sky
that we
walker?
just got past where they where they're doing the where they're showing off the, or they're trying to distract the guards with the horse, with breaking the horses out. There's a character that has that, like a weird operatic alien creature in the casino. Um, Only on screen for like a second. That is an actual character you can unlock in this game. Okay, fine.
Okay, that was the problem. It's because the volume wasn't all the way up.
Okay, I really thought that was in my head.
I don't
Wait,
want
were
to
you
talk
hearing
to
this
you.
all the time?
I'm from the Resistance.
No,
Your sister Leia sent me. We need your help.
no, I just
Hello?
just then when I heard something say "shut up," I thought it was in my
I'm
head
waiting no for an answer.
Did it not play
because
the
have to
full?
find a way in
Did it
there.
not play the full clip?
Alone.
was the full clip not just something saying "shut up"?
Please.
It's
Stop
supposed to be shut
following
up, bitch.
me.
Oh no, all it played was "shut up."
Yeah. All we heard was "shut up," which
Let me guess. It's the fucking.
Look, the Resistance have sent me.
Whatever you got to
Okay.
say. I'm not interested.
I've turned the
But
input
Master
sensitivity
Skywalker,
down to
Are you always this
minus
annoying?
80.
I don't know.
there we
Oh,
go.
there we go.
Yeah, there we go. It was input sensitivity. All right. So
Can
it's volume and sensitivity.
one of you, out of curiosity, can one of you look up who plays Luke in this?
Why
Like
won't you
in
hear
the
what I
game.
have to say?
Look,
Yeah,
you seem like a nice kid, but I'm not
because
interested.
that's certainly not that. I know it's not Mark Hamill, which is interesting because I know Mark Hamill is a voice actor. They could have just actually gotten him for the game, and they're like, nah, we'll get
Master
a sound
Skywalker,
like.
it's about the First Order. I know you can hear me.
Fucking. Oh, he's actually humming the fucking Star Wars theme. That's funny.
Yeah.
Man, I want more animated movies actually getting proper professional voice actors instead of A-list Hollywood actors that just because they're famous. The last time off the top of my head I remember an animated movie actually having um voice actors in it was the My Little Pony movie. And yet they still had all these big A-list celebrities voicing characters, but it was just kind of like side characters that were there for a few minutes.
It's important, please.
And yeah, that
Listen,
was all the marketing for that
what's
movie
your
was,
name?
oh, we have these actors, despite the fact they're not
Where
even
you from, Ray?
like main characters.
Nowhere.
No one's from nowhere.
Jakku.
All right, that is pretty much nowhere. Maybe you should go back to nowhere.
Where are you from? Nowhere. No one's from nowhere. I'm from Jakku. Okay, yeah, no, that's nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, if you insist on following me, why don't you split? I've lost my milk bottle. Go find it and bring it back to me.
But speaking of the like My Little Pony movie, I remember seeing that with one of my sisters and a friend of ours, and we were literally the only three people in the theater.
Oh, that sucks.
And it was a week after the movie came out.
Oh my god. Oh no.
Now, to be fair, it was a night showing, So it's kind of a, yeah, maybe the target audience wasn't, parents wouldn't take their kids at like 9 o'clock or something to go see My Little Pony, the movie. But it's still like, it was a week after the movie came out, and we were literally the only 3 people
Thanks, kid.
in
Don't
the
think
theater.
this means I owe you anything, though.
And it's, like, it was sad. I actually liked the movie. The movie itself was okay. But
Right. Let me test this for a moment.
What on earth was that?
That's the that's the Rock, dude.
Wait. Do the sound effect again.
Okay.
That took me longer to realize that was coming from you.
This place.
Yeah.
Because for a second there, I somehow thought it was coming from the game.
Why are you here?
Something.
Oh, I wish
inside
The
me
Rock
has
was in
always
the
been
game.
there.
That would be fucking
I
awesome.
need someone to show me
Ah,
my
yes,
place in
my
this.
favorite Star Wars character,
No.
the Rock.
Yeah, he's right up there with everyone's favorite Jedi, Jedi Master Shaggy.
Yeah, Master
Listen,
Shaggy.
I will teach you the ways of the Jedi and why they need to end.
Oh God, the Porg. Kill them! Get rid of the Porg. Most worthless fucking creatures in the Star Wars universe. You know, I think I'm actually as pissed and annoyed with the Porg as people probably were with Jar Jar when he first appeared in Star Wars.
Oh yeah.
Because like the trailers came out, people were like, "Oh, Jar Jar's gonna have an important role in the story," and he's there for comic relief. And then, like, I remember when the first trailers for Last Jedi came out, and you would see you like you see the Porg, and it's like, oh, they're probably there for an important reason. No,
reach out.
Yeah.
They're like the Star Wars. They're there for basically fucking.
Breathe. What do you see?
They're like the Star Wars equivalent of minions.
There's something else beneath the island. A dark place.
Fisted, Red.
You went straight to the dark.
That cave. I need to see what's inside.
It's like what cave?
Just out of sheer curiosity.
Yeah.
Was that what I think it was?
Yes, it was the Vine Boom.
Didn't know that came from Vine, but okay.
You know, somehow I'm not surprised it came from
Oh
Vine.
yes, good. That's a nice one. Putting that on there immediately.
No, Avast antivirus. I don't need you right now. Please go away.
But you need viruses anti?
No, I mean I do, but like I'm streaming. Please go away. Oh, it probably would help if I could actually see my fucking cursor. My mouse cursor just like disappeared.
Yeah.
There we go. Alright, let me, your Avast antivirus. Your Avast free antivirus expires today. Oh no. You say that like I have money to spend on the pro antivirus.
Full version.
Look, if I had money, I wouldn't be spending on antivirus software. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
probably should, because antivirus software is helpful, unless you're Norton. But there's a reason I've basically only used like free versions of Avast.
Oh yeah.
Well, time to jump down the hole. Whee! This was a weird section.
Yeah.
The moving mirror versions of Rey to like buttons. I actually like it. It's cool. It is a cool section. Just interesting.
You'll bring Luke Skywalker to me. Can you see my surroundings?
You're gonna pay for what you did.
I can't see yours.
You're too late. You lost. I found Skywalker.
Did he tell you what happened? The night I destroyed his temple, he had sensed my power. As he senses yours. And he feared it. You're not alone.
Neither are you.
Don't do it, Rey. Poor
Is
Chewie.
it true? Did you create Kylo Ren?
No.
Leave this island now!
Don't make me, Luke. I've got a t-shirt cannon now. Wait, no, this is a confetti cannon.
Did you do it?
That's it!
No, I need to know.
What happened? I thought I could train him. I could pass on my strengths. Snoke had already turned his heart. And he turned on me.
If I go to him, Ben Solo will turn.
Rey.
No, it won't.
Don't do this.
All right. Yes, son.
Then he is our last hope.
Ah.
I'm ending all of this.
The ghost of Yoda.
Lost Ben Solo, you did. Rey, we must not.
I have to talk to Ben. I know there's still good in him. I know you. I've got to try. Right. Where does the game want me to go? I have serious doubts that the game wants me to go to Hoth.
Is that off? That's indoor. Man, it's quiet in here. Just be safe.
It's a gourd, bitch.
Oh man, now I want Taco Bell.
Go get some, idiot.
No, I don't have money.
Or a vehicle.
Not having a vehicle isn't the case. I can fucking DoorDash. I mean that or it's supposed to be having like a garlic parmesan chicken tonight.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah. I'm more interested in that. I did not know I could rotate the ships in the loading screens. Neat.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just like trying to fuck with
You don't have to do this.
finding more sounds.
I don't have to do this. I want
Feel
to
the
do
conflict
this.
in you. It's tearing you apart.
My conscience is clear.
You're tearing
No,
me apart,
you
Lisa.
still hurt. I feel it.
You still hurt.
My lord.
I mean,
Let me get that for you, Mr. Kylo, sir.
I mean, Kylo Ren's
what you
actual
always
performance
We're
in
meeting the Supreme Leader.
episode
dressed
in the
appropriately.
sequel trilogy
Communicating through the force.
is
That
almost
calls for being
Domino
shirtless.
esque.
It caught me by surprise. Enough of this. The Supreme Leader is waiting for us.
Almost.
Yeah, he has his
I
shirt
mean,
on.
the only thing I will at least tell I will at least say this with
I don't get it.
with Tommy Wiseau, like, yeah, he's a bad actor, but I can at least tell he's trying.
We don't all have
for the most
powers,
part.
pal. How about you show some respect for a little thing called manual labor?
But there's a lot of actors in Hollywood that it's very clear, no matter how good the actor or actress is, they don't care about what they're doing.
Competent maintenance staff.
You know, like Kristen Stewart, who I'm convinced in like every movie she's ever in, she doesn't actually act.
Fix it.
Can we just fix it together?
Fine, but you will join me. I saw it.
Then, when we touched hands, I
Fuck,
saw
that
your
sound would've been
future.
good for earlier.
Just the shape of it.
Missed the
You will
opportunity.
not bow before Snoke. You'll turn. I'll help you.
I saw something too. Because of what I saw, I know when the moment comes, you are the one to turn. You will stand with me, Rey.
Hey, who's cleaned up this oil in the dark?
You can explain to the Supreme Leader why you destroyed our kitchen.
How was that my fault?
Yeah, how is it Rey's fault that the kitchen was destroyed because she took the battery that was lighting up the kitchen?
Don't ask.
That is not Rey's fault.
Yes, it is.
It's always Rey's fault.
Young Rey. Come closer, child.
You underestimate Skywalker, and Ben Solo, and me.
Ah, yes, the lesser known force power, force fishing rod.
My worthy apprentice, son of darkness, heir apparent to Lord Vader, fulfill your destiny.
I know what I have to do.
All right, if you say so.
Whoa. Well, there he goes. Never to be seen again.
I mean, technically he's seen in episode 9 revealed that to be like a clone thing of.
Yeah, but it's like
But it's basically
it doesn't matter.
It's a glorified cameo. Like saying,
Yeah.
yeah, it was secretly Palpatine the entire time. It's like, yeah, you still could have had this plot twist and, you know, had Snoke be a threat.
Mm-hmm.
Although to be fair, like this fight against the guards is still probably one of the best fights of the sequel trilogy.
Possibly.
Right.
And I know people are upset with how they portrayed Luke. I do love the fight between Luke and Kylo Ren, especially in the Lego Star Wars version, because the Lego Star Wars version is just funny. Because every time you think every time it looks like you normally would have hit can't think. Every time it looks like Kylo would have hit Luke, or he uses the blasters of the ship to shoot Luke. It just cuts to Luke like shrugging it off, and one of them is just Luke in a beach chair.
Yeah.
I know I know people were a little upset with that boss fight in the game because it's
Get ready.
you can't actually lose that boss fight.
Fine.
I find it funny more because of Luke's reactions.
Right.
Like the different transitions, and we'll see it here fairly soon because we are getting close to the end of
I can only have 5 fucking files? Are you fucking kidding me? Just 5? Oh, I have to fucking get more. I have to fucking get a fucking plan. Yeah, fuck you, buddy.
Of course.
Hey, do you know about Discord Nitro?
No, I'm not getting fucking Discord Nitro.
I mean...
Hey, did you hear about Discord Nitro? You should get Discord Nitro.
No.
I would rather fucking shove a pencil up my dick than fucking get Discord Nitro.
Don't remind me of sounding.
Got to wear helmets. Why couldn't I?
Well, that's your daily reminder. And now fucking
Can I have
Brainscratchcomms
a...
wants me to pay for Pro 2. No, fuck you.
Yeah, look, one of the guards is actually just... I don't even think he's dead. I think he's just laying there trying to pretend to be dead.
Right. Get ready.
This is the closest thing to a break I've had in 6 years.
Exactly.
You know what? I respect that, buddy. You've earned this.
God, I fucking... Why would you limit it to 5 sounds? 10 I would understand, but fucking 5? Are you ridiculous?
Well, I mean, like at least with Discord, it's I think it's 8 sounds before I have to boost the server to add more.
Like, Jesus, like, you're giving me all this useless shit, but I can only have, like, 5 custom sounds.
Can you replace the sounds that it has?
No.
Oh, that's bullshit. How many random sounds do they have that you
Gosh, I mean,
they can't replace?
there's different boards here. There's like one for EDM, a voice box thing, a fucking, I don't know. There's like random.
Oh man,
shit.
that's
the fleet. There's still time to save the fleet.
Rey, I want you to join me. We can rule together and bring a new order to the galaxy.
Nah, I don't feel like it.
Join me.
That's what I'm scared. Fuck.
Holders loading the crew into shuttles. She's going to abandon ship. Did you find the master code breaker?
Well, we found a code breaker.
You can actually do this, right?
Cloaking our approach, we should be off their scopes.
God, man, it's like no wonder why people fucking
Sure they
crack
can't
things
see
these
us?
days.
We'll be fine. And if not, we won't have long to worry about it.
Let me see if there's a halfway decent free soundboard that does what we're looking for
And
without
we're in.
much
If you hadn't
restrictions.
noticed, we don't look
Yeah,
like we're
one
in the
that
First
doesn't
Order.
fucking limit
How are we
its
gonna reach the
goddamn
room with the
users,
tracker
please.
switch?
We're gonna have to sneak into the laundry room and grab some disguises. It's just off the main corridor. Come on, there's a trooper in that corridor. We have to take him out.
Won't that create a bunch of noise? BB-8, do you think you can make us a distraction?
Guys,
I
look!
guess it's worth a try.
It's an mouse droid! No, jeez, my throat. Alright, fine. I thought you'd be excited for the fucking mouse droid, but no.
No.
This is it. The laundry room. We gotta get in fast before any troopers find us out here. Quick, that trooper's coming back.
Oh my gosh, there are two troopers that have, fucking, whose outfits are pink.
Huh?
Feel sorry for him.
So now we look the part. Where are we going?
This way?
If anyone asks, BB-8's a gonk droid.
Huh? Hmm?
First Order has droids like
We'll be
BB-8.
fine. Just look casual.
Yeah, but not
But
white.
not too casual. When we get to the room, how long will it take you to get us in?
No, the time.
You know, I actually wonder if the pink droids are unlockable minifigures.
Hello
that you
there,
get in the game.
Admiral. Can I get the door for you?
Can't believe these disguises worked.
I beg your pardon?
Nothing. Get back to work.
Yes, ma'am.
We're in. I don't believe it. We're in.
Let's get this show.
Hands up. Drop your weapons now.
I got a deal.
Resistance transports have just
Really?
launched from the cruiser. Fire at will.
Your deal is to get another fucking... It looks exactly the same as the other brick separator you had.
Those transport ships are unarmed, unshielded. We don't stand a chance.
Ho. Time to board your transport. Ah. Someone needs to stay behind and pilot the cruiser. May the force be with you. Always.
Have brick separator.
Huh?
That brick separator, are you gonna fucking judge me?
It looks the same as your other brick separator, and as far as we know, the other brick separator was perfectly fine.
Nah, it was unusable.
FN2187.
They're only usable once.
Back.
Don't you know?
They're made of plastic, like other Lego bricks.
And?
Yeah, so's many women these days.
Flight is ready. Come on. Let's grab a TIE fighter and get out of here.
Well
We
then.
can't reach her up there.
We may not have to. This place
Not,
looks dangerous enough. Let's use it to our advantage.
Not exactly what we were talking about, but...
Yeah, so I left and I just came back, so I didn't know what we were talking about.
Brick
There.
separator.
When there's an opportunity, you do it.
Standing underneath hanging
I get
TIE
it.
fighters like that is a health and safety nightmare. Pew! Pew! Pew!
I have the high ground. You'll never reach me from there. Don't try it.
Joke's on you. I don't need the high ground.
You won't make it off this ship.
Did I? Hang on. Oh my gosh, instead of grenades, the joke weapon is throwing fucking blue milk cartons.
Oh, nice.
I never noticed that. That's fucking hilarious. Also, Phasma thinks she can stop us with fucking paintball gun. Joke's on you. It's got milk.
Yeah.
I kind of wish that the joke weapons also worked with the buildable weapons you can have.
Yeah.
Like somehow being able to make joke buildable weapons like that'd be neat. I know it'd take a lot more effort
Yeah.
to design, but it would have been a cool little bonus.
Hiding like a coward. Actually, I don't think.
Hiding? Who are you criticizing for hiding like a coward, miss? I'm gonna hide behind a shield.
Complete your mission, troopers.
There's too many of them.
Oh yeah, BB-8 on an ATST. Well, a broken ATST, but a ATST nonetheless.
No! Your insurrection ends here. 2187.
I don't.
Pew, 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 pew.
Oh right, that's not gonna do anything. A fucking milk carton sticking to the wall. That's that is visually hilarious. Okay then. You know what, fuck it, I'll use the turret.
You won't succeed. Traitors rarely do.
Right, just gotta find a way to activate that jet engine she's standing next to, and we'll get rid of Phasma.
This has gone on for long enough.
Yoink! You know, I'm kind of surprised that didn't kill her. If anything, a little
We'd get that
disappointed.
working again if we had a fuse.
Let's get that conveyor back online.
Right? It's gonna drop an ATST on her head. I missed. There we go. Alright, just one more hit and she should be down. Just need to find something to hit her with. Ah, yes!
Some heavy firepower?
Weapons. Let's see, do I want to use the giant water gun or the paintball gun?
It's called changing to a different game.
Ah, gotcha. Change
I'm gonna
it.
be honest with you. This fucking.
What? What? Hang on. So the joke weapon, because it's supposed to be a flamethrower and it's a water gun, it literally is a water gun.
Yes.
I don't know what I was expecting, but it wasn't that.
This floor's made out of floor.
I would have never known.
Bro, this is. I understand why people don't like this movie now. Like, even in fucking Lego form, it's fucking boring.
Oh, yeah. Like, nothing's happening.
Yeah, nothing is literally happening.
I mean, at least with Rise of Skywalker, for me, it does feel like stuff happens. It's just, like...
Stuff wasn't actually happening.
Look, just kill this bitch and go home.
You realize there's still stuff we have to do after we kill her, right?
Oh, god damn it.
Yeah. Yeah, we still have to we still have to fight Kylo Ren as Luke.
But at least that'll be somewhat interesting.
Yeah, that's at least an entertaining fight.
I mean, it's not really a fight.
Oh yeah, no, you're right. It's not a fight, but it's at least much more entertaining than what the fuck's going on right now. At least we got rid of At least we got rid of Phasma.
We'll find a way across.
Like, I can't even think of jokes here. It's like it's that fucking boring.
Quick, read the ingredients of a Hershey's chocolate bar.
Oh, fucking look! I have books over here. I can read a chapter over here if you want.
You could.
Yo, dog. You got the DSM-5?
No.
I'm just gonna randomly insert. There was a gag from
I mean, I can't actually grab it.
There is a joke from Brainscratchcomms that I'm probably just gonna find the clip of and insert it here. That's a joke. But it perfectly encapsulates it because they were playing F-Zero GX, but they were so bored that they couldn't make commentary. One of them literally pulled out a Hershey's chocolate bar and read the ingredients, and they randomly interspliced bits of Animaniacs where they were looking at ingredients of ice cream and singing along to it. Yeah, so I'm just gonna find that clip and I'm gonna insert it around here, just randomly around here, as a joke.
Right. Okay, most of the books I got around me are railroad books. Which one do you want? Do you want the history of the Louisville Nashville Railroad, our Iron Roads, the American Railway, railroads,
whatever power we've got left to broadcast a distress signal to the Outer Rim,
or L&N's Memphis line.
Ah, here we go. The ingredients of a Hershey's milk chocolate bar: milk chocolate,
zinc trisodium aspartate, sorbitol and bisulfate, oxide beta-carotene, lactic acid carabine,
sugar,
Grade A milk emulsified, maltodextrin alkalide, silicon dioxide, lots of sugar. Hey, alright!
Milk, chocolate,
Calcified synthetic salt, artificial barley malt, glycerin and aspartate, folic acid. That tastes great!
cocoa butter,
Monosodium glutamate, dehydrated calciumate, soybean oil, butter, fat, caramel sensor, I'll eat that.
lactose,
Hooray for sugar, cause we love it. Chocolate chips, we want more of it. Cakes and ice cream, want to shove it down our throats real fast.
milk fat,
Gelatinized triglycerin, phosphate, soybean lecithin, deoxylite, trisilicon, dipped in chocolate. Bring it on!
soy, whatever the fuck,
Soylent Green.
PGPR,
Citrus enzymes, BHT, powdered milk, sounds good to me. Baking soda, carob gum, carbohydrates, yummy yum.
M-salt, what the fuck?
Monosodium glutamate, zinc disodium maltonate, whole grain flour, yeast and fat. Time to eat it, I'll do that.
Vanillin, artificial flavor, copy and trademark, expiration date.
I can't believe that was more entertaining than Twilight. No, seriously. Okay, let me see. There's
Dry, carbonated water, high fructose corn syrup, citric acid,
more?
sodium benzenate, preservative.
Wait. Back up. There's citric acid in a chocolate bar?
No, I'm reading Canada Dry, damn it.
Oh, okay.
Natural flavor, caramel color, under the authority of Dr. Pepper. What, Dr. Pepper's a real guy? 7-Up, Inc. Fuck, I don't want to read this anymore. This is boring.
Which one do you want me to read a chapter out of?
What was the Ironworks one?
Wait, the Iron one. Oh, our Iron Roads.
Yeah, read a chapter of that. Like, it doesn't even have to be the first chapter. Just find a fucking chapter and start reading.
I'll find a random chapter. Fuck it.
No. If you're gonna read a book, start from the beginning.
No, I want him to read a
I'm
random
just gonna-
chapter. It's funnier that way.
Yeah, I'm gonna read a random chapter.
What can we do to help?
We need to get a distress signal out to
So-
our allies in the Outer Rim. If they're gonna help us,
Before you start reading, I did want to say, speaking of that, speaking of the clip from Brainscratchcomms that I was mentioning, something else that actually made it funnier to me was one of them actually tried reading Twilight, and they found the Hershey's chocolate bar more entertaining than Twilight, which to be fair isn't hard.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, like the game may have been boring, but at least it wasn't Twilight.
Alright, I found a fucking chapter. You want me to start reading now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I want to warn you, since this is a recopy, like a republishing of an old book, these are like long-ass chapters.
So what you're saying is by the time we finish this episode, we probably won't be finished with the actual chapter. Got it.
Possibly. Let's see here. How long is this? Let me just go back to the table of contents. Oh, it's like around 50 pages or so.
Yeah, that's good length.
Okay, I'll start here. Fuck, I don't know where the name was.
Dish fixed up? That's great. Can you
Great.
help me turn this
I want
thing
to
on down
properly
here?
introduce this chapter. Give me.
We gotta get this distress signal
Give me
out
the
quick,
fucking-
but the dish has got no power, and it's
What is
facing the wrong
this?
way. Could you help us out? I guess we can spare the power supply from that
Okay,
one.
so
It's not doing much
this is
anyway.
chapter 11. In Our Iron Roads, Railroad,
Now we've got it
Railroad
turned
History,
on.
Construction,
Do you know
and
how this thing
Administration,
works? I left the manual
by
back
Frederick
on the
Williams. Right. One dark night in the year 1784, the venerable vicar of Red Roof in Cornwall was taking a quiet walk in a lonely lane leading to
It's all
his church.
working. We did it. Great
Suddenly, he
teamwork,
heard
guys.
an unearthly
The
noise.
distress
and to his
signal is being
horror,
transmitted.
He saw approaching him an
Imagine if no
indescribable
one
creature
responds.
of legs, arms, and wheels.
I'm sure they will.
Whose body appeared to be
I'm not
glowing
worried.
with eternal fire, and whose rasping gasp from breath seemed to denote a fierce struggle for existence.
Ben, come up here. You're gonna want to see this.
It's a funny description, but okay. The vicar's cries for help brought to his assistance a gentleman of the name of Murdoch, who was able to assure him that this terrible apparition was not an incarnation or the messenger of the evil one, but only a runaway engine that escaped from control. This, it is believed, was the first locomotive ever built. 10 years passed away, and this engine worked on the Murfire Tideville Tramway, which has the honor of being the oldest railway in the world, the Act of Parliament having been granted to it in 1803. The engine had a dwarf body, which, in the roughest style, was secured on a high framework built by a hedge carpenter. Surmounting all was a huge stack, ugly enough when it was new, but in after time made uglier by whitewash and rust. Every motor of the engine caused a hideous snorting and clanking, accompanied by the loud noise of the escaping steam. The Murphier locomotive was a joint production of Trekovic, a Cornish man, and of Rhys Jones of Pennydarren. God, British names are fucking weird, bro.
Yep.
Yeah, but anyway.
Johnny, don't get me started.
Yeah, anyway. Who labored under the direction of Samuel Humphrey, the Iron Master and chief proprietor of the Pennydarren Works. This gentleman was so pleased with his success that he saw foreshadowed that he laid a wager of £1,000 with Richard Crochet, that is, by its aid. He would draw a load of iron to the navigation from Pennydarren Works. Richard ridiculed the idea and accepted the wager. One or two attempts to run the engine had already been made, but in one case it would not
We
move
gotta
at
take
all.
out that
In another,
cannon.
it wanted to imitate Pegasus and to soar into the air. Successfully taking the iron way carefully laid for it. The day fixed for the trial was 12th of February 1804, and the track was a tramway lately formed from the Pennydarren at the back of the Plymouth Wall down to the navigation. Great was the concourse assembled, and the rumor of the day's doings even penetrated up the files of Taft Far and Taft Bach, bringing down old apple-faced farmers and their wives who were told of a power and a speed that would alter everything and do away with forces altogether. On the first engine and the train, 20 persons clustered anxious to win immortality.
I
The
think we
trams.
just killed one of our own members launching it into the cannon.
That's not surprising.
Luke.
Anyways, don't interrupt him again.
I know.
Yeah, get back to the more interesting thing of the stream.
Yes. Literally.
Shut up, bitch!
Okay.
Yeah.
The trams, 6 were laden with iron and
Skywalker's
amid a
doing this
concourse
so
of
we can
villagers,
survive.
including the constable, the druggister, what the fuck that is, and the class generally dubbed. What the fuck? Shoppers?
Follow me.
What the fuck? What kind of word is
I'm
that?
sorry, did you just say druggister?
That's what it says. Druggister. I'm not kidding here.
I'm about to say you
It sounds like a register for
save
drugs.
my soul.
I'll take 2.
I don't know. I mean, I think this other word is shoppers, but it has a W in place of the E.
What?
I don't know either.
Fire everything
But
we have.
it's British people. By the natives were Richard Crochet and Mr. Samuel Humphrey, both as interested as a bet of £1,000 would naturally make them. The driver was one William Richards, and on the
I
engine
failed you,
were
man.
Perch Trekovic and
I'm
Rhys
sorry.
Jones.
I'm
Their
sure
faces
you are.
black, but their eyes bright with the anticipation of victory. Soon the signal was given, and amidst
my
a mighty roar
lightsaber
from the people,
on?
the wheels turned and the mass moved downward, going steadily at the rate of 5 miles an hour until the bridge was reached, a little below the town, that did not admit of the stack going under, and as this was built of bricks, there was a great crash and instant stoppage. In a minute or two, Richard Crochet thought his £1,000 were all right. It was only for a brief time. Trekovic and Jones were of the old-fashioned school of men who did not believe in impossibilities. The fickle crowd who
The
had hurrahed
resistance
like
is
mad
dead.
hung back and
The
said
war is
it
over.
wouldn't do.
And when I end
But
you,
these heroes,
I will
the
have
advanced
defeated
guard
the
of
last
the race
Jedi.
who had done more.
Amazing.
What the fuck was
Every
that line?
word
Oh
of what you
god.
just said was wrong.
Exactly, that fucking line was wrong. Jesus.
How are you doing that? I hit you.
Okay, I know this is like, God, when was this? Oh God, this was printed in 1883. No wonder why it had that line. Okay. We have done nothing more to make England famous than battles by land or sea, sprang to the ground and worked like Britons, never ceasing until they have repaired the mischief. Then they rattled on and finally reached their journey's end. The return journey
I
on
see
account of
going into
gradients and
hiding
curves
didn't
was a
slow you
failure.
down.
But from this run on the
No
Murphy
matter.
tramway, the eventual success
I'll
of the
beat you
enterprise,
eventually.
though attended by suspense, delays, accidents, and misadventure, was assured. To the connection of the locomotive with the success of the Liverpool and Manchester Railway, we have already referred. But much more was performed by the early engines of that line than could have been anticipated. It was soon found that their strength was insufficient to sustain the shocks and strains to which they
Pal,
were exposed, and
what's
repeated and
going
full
on?
repairs became
The rebellion is
indispensable.
reborn today.
For many years, the locomotive departments of the early companies had to carry on elaborate and
There
expensive
has to be a
improvements to
natural
meet the
opening that's not
requirements
on
of an
any of the
increasingly
maps.
heavy traffic and of higher velocities than in- oh, that's imagination that was cut off, of the most
No, it's
sanguine
gone.
friends of railways had
Find another way
anticipated.
around. Know which
These
direction you're heading.
improvements, too, were made
Not
amid the
in the best
bustle and
way.
responsibilities of pressing
Drill the
duties.
new drill
Engines with
bit and
known
replace the
imperfections
battery.
had to be
It'll be good
employed
as
in the
new.
day, and repairs had to be made during the night,
Yeah,
in
I'm
order
in
that the
charge, right?
requisite
Nothing
number
to
of
worry
engines
about.
might be ready for service.
Yes.
The outer and inner framings were stayed in various parts. Iron wheels were substituted for wooden. Crank axles were formed with almost double the amount of metal at first employed, and the pistons, piston rods, connecting rods, and brasses were strengthened, till which, the exception of the boiler and cylinders, there was about as much left of some of the original engines as there was of the sailor's knife, which, while declared to be quite an antique, was currently reported to have recently had two new handles and several new blades. Alterations so extensive naturally involved a considerable augmentation of the weight of the engine, and thus the 4 tons and a half which the rocket weighed became increased to the 10 tons of the Planet class. Other important alterations followed. The cylinders and the machinery by which the working wheels were driven were originally placed outside the wheels. They were removed to the space under the boiler. The cylinders were now enclosed in the smoke box and protected from cold, and the driving power was made to act near the center of inertia of the engine and load. There was, however, a serious drawback, for this arrangement required that the axle of the driving wheels, on which the greater part of the weight of the engine rested, should be constructed with two cranks, so
Good
as in
as
fact to be
new.
broken and
Wouldn't
discontinuous in
say
two
for you.
places. At the more recent period, it was found difficult to compress machinery of sufficient power to the narrow space between the wheels, and the cylinders and working gear were in some cases restored to their original position outside the wheels. This plan, in turn, has been ejected too, as giving its ability to the engine when in motion, and the former arrangement of the machinery has been again adopted. The 550-pound early engine on four wheels and of 4 or 5 tons weight has thus been superseded by 6 or 8 wheeled engine of 2,500 pounds and a weight of 30, 40, 50, and even 60 tons, and of cost and weight are not to be identified with efficiency, yet they are fairly indicative of the extent of the alterations, and we may safely say improvements which have
We
been
nearly
made.
there.
The successful competitor on the Liverpool and Manchester line was required to draw a load of only 3 times its own weight, or a total of less than 20 tons. Before many years had passed, an engine was able to draw after it without difficulty 30 passenger carriages, each weighing 5 tons and a half, at 40 miles an hour. The express trains on the Great Western ran at from 65 to 75 miles an hour, and the goods engines would draw 500 tons at 40 miles an hour. I'm going to tell you right now, we are only through 4
Strike
pages
me
right
down in
now, and that
anger,
was a
and I'll
lot.
always
That
be
was
with you.
4 pages?
Just like your father.
Yes, this is 4 pages. That was just 4 pages.
I.
I know. Look, they wrote a lot back in 1883.
There wasn't much else to do.
Go away.
I mean,
Just
Get in the
yeah, but
fights,
just come
there
back
wasn't
later.
that
drink,
much.
Thank you.
And write books about railroads,
die.
apparently.
I guess. I mean, fuck it. No, I'm
Oh,
getting a note. That's too
Railroads
long.
were the
See,
new
grandkid.
hotness back then.
Fuck it. I'm getting the publication manual of the American Psychological Association for APA style, and we're gonna fucking learn how to learn
Wait,
APA.
wait. I think we might actually almost be done. I think we're pretty much done with the episode. I just. Uh, That got us through what like the
He's gone.
last major mission.
Oh, thank God.
How
Oh,
do we build a rebellion from
jeez.
this? We have everything we
God,
need.
and we got one more to go.
here.
Oh God.
At least Rise of Skywalker is slightly more interesting.
I hope it's more interesting because I'm not gonna read another fucking section of that book.
Yeah, I think it was funny.
Yeah, I guess.
People are gonna watch. People are gonna tune into the YouTube re-upload. It's like, why the fuck is Phantom talking about books again? Or why the fuck is Phantom reading? There we go. Last Jedi complete. Jeez.
Who reads? Nerd.
Yeah, Phantom apparently.
I read. I just make fun of people that read.
Look, I am a fucking nerd. I'm gonna be honest with you. Next time I could read a chapter out of Spooky South, Tales of Hauntings, Strange Happenings, and Other Local Lore.
Ooh.
Exactly. Let's see. Okay, these are actually small chapters. We could read about it. Let's see, what other stories would be interesting to read next? This is an old fucking book.
My programming is making me announce I have new hits. There, now you know.
Alright, I need about 20,000 more studs. I'm just trying to unlock the fucking Gonk droid companion.
Yeah.
I'm not like that's one of the things that I wanted to do before we stop doing Lego Star Wars. We're gonna have him for episode 9. He's just fucking Gonk droid.
Right. Do you want me to read more? Because I found my fucking manual for Sid Meier's Railroads.
Okay.
I mean, sure, I'll read about the locomotives in the game for you, if you don't mind.
Yeah, go ahead. Because
Okay.
I'm actually curious.
Right, okay. First section is for the United States. The era, 1830 to 1880. The first one is the 040 Grasshopper. Purchase year, 1830. The purchase cost is 10,000. Stop speed of 30 miles per hour for preferred cargo passengers, and the initial maintenance cost is 500. The history of it goes as follows. A short wheelbase set the 040 Grasshopper apart from other early engines, allowing it to hug the curves of the winding and twisting Baltimore and Ohio Railroad for which it was designed. Taking its name from the insect-like movement for its vertical push rods, the steam locomotive, designed by York, Pennsylvania resident Phineas Davis, was the winning design in a contest held by the Baltimore and Ohio. It became the first step of meeting the unique needs presented by the American Railroad. The next engine, the 420 Norris. Purchase year, 1834. The cost, 20,000. Top speed, 40 miles per hour. Preferred cargo of passengers. And initial maintenance cost of 1,000. The history. The 420 Norris held a near monopoly in the American rail system in the 1840s, breaking the control of British-based designs on American locomotives. Its longer wheelbase and sloping four-wheel truck at the front of the engine gave it a level of maneuverability that was adapted into nearly every passenger train to follow. This, coupled with the 420's ability to function in an incline, won international fame for designer William Norris and tied his name forever to his successful engine. The next one of my favorites, the 440 American. The purchase year is 1843. The purchase cost 30,000. Top speed 50 miles per hour. Preferred cargo of passengers. Initial maintenance cost 2,000. Its history. One of the most versatile and reliable engines to touch rail in its era, the 440 American steam locomotive defined 19th century American rail travel. It capable of passenger, freight, and switch work in equal measure. The 440 was built on a simple, easily repaired frame that kept maintenance costs to a minimum. It was this exceptional adaptability that turned the 440 to the United States national engine, the only locomotive to bear the name the American. Next up, the 260 module, or
Where,
mogul.
before you continue, the the only train licensed as an actual American.
Oh my god. I mean, technically, yeah, that's the class name for it, and it just sticks.
Yeah.
Like for some reason, when someone names a class something, it could just stick. Like the next one's the mogul, but there's also the 10-wheeler, because it has 10 wheels. The consolidation, don't know why. There's the
Oh
Pacific,
man, I thought it was
Mikado.
called the tin wheeler because it was made of tin.
My fucking god. Okay.
We've done it! We've
Uh,
unlocked the
I'm
Super Gonk droid! Look at him! He's so fancy!
there we go.
Look at him! He's fancy, he's gold, he's got a mustache and a monocle.
Hmm.
Alright,
hmm.
you can continue. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and read the name and then the history of it, just to kind of speed it up. The 260 module, or mogul, whatever you want to say it.
Mogul.
The 260 mogul, 6 driving wheels, made that engine a powerful freight hauler. You had the mogul's 2 additional guiding wheels, get the locomotive the stability of impressive speeds. A creation of the famed Baldwin Locomotive Works with the Louisville and Nashville Railroad. The engine's powerful wheelbase was made an alternative passenger train for areas with steep grades. The 460 10-wheeler. It was well after Septimus Norris had made his initial design that the 10-wheeler was adopted for any sort of rail service. But once upon the rails, the 460 10-wheeler was recognized for its versatility, first as a freight engine, but then as a powerful passenger train. Thanks to these varied capabilities, the 10-wheeler continued on to become the second most popular engine in the United States in its time. The 280 consolidation. The 280 consolidation served as America's most popular freight engine from the end of the 19th until the mid 20th century. The 33,000 built in those 70 years were capable of hauling double the weight of their predecessor engines, cutting expenses nearly in half for tycoons shrewd enough to employ them. No engine could compare to the consolidation for sheer hauling power and ability to work on grades for decades to come. We are now in the 1881 through 1930 era of locomotives.
Neat.
Yes, next up. There's like 3 of them here, which is strange, but okay. The 462 Pacific. Taking its name from the ocean and had the cross for its first use, the American-built and New Zealand Christian 462 Pacific went on to become endlessly popular in the United States as the country's premier express passenger locomotive. 462's strength was hauling numerous cars over long distances at high speeds, and the Pacific name became synonymous with one of the most famous railways of the time, the North, the North Coast Limited, the Sunset Limited, and the Broadway Limited. D282 Mikado. First designed for Japanese railways, the 282 Mikado, while going through several names, held a steadfast design. 8 driving wheels gave the 282 immense hauling power, while an extra pair of wheels on both the front and the back of the engine allowed for a longer firebox and a more stable ride. Despite their moniker switching to MacArthur during World War II, the Mikado remained a solid choice for any freight line. Now, this one, while here it's called the P5A 2Co 2, uh, this is this is essentially the GG1 as it's more known. The
Alright.
P5A was one of the first mainline electric passenger expresses. Its ability to keep tight schedules, running lines between New York City and Philadelphia made it an indispensable addition to the Pennsylvania Railroad for which it was designed. But when the GG1, one of the most famous electrics ever built, began working the same passenger ways, the P5A was transferred to freight work, in which it was similarly excelled. Wait a minute, that's different? You tell me I confused that for the... Oh, whatever. Okay. Next up, 1931 to 1970. We are almost at the end of the American section here. Next up, the F Series diesel. While diesel engines have been used for some time in high-speed passenger trains, it was generally assumed that no diesel could haul freight as well as powerful steam locomotive. No engine, that is, until the EMD F Series. Birch touching rail in 1949, the Fs outperformed the average free-hauling steam locomotives and was versatile enough to haul passengers as well. The over 1,700 F series sold marked the beginning of the end of the Steam era in America. Next up is the
When was
four.
this?
Oh, first it first starts around 1939.
Okay.
Okay.
I think
When
he's
it was.
I think you said I just kind of zoned out there for a second.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's not your fault. It's more my fault.
Right.
You can
Okay.
continue. I'm sorry.
Right. These are the last two engines for the American section. But then we can go over to the Great Britain section, or the fucking. What is this?
I might
What the
cut
fuck is
stream
this?
after you're done with the American section.
Right. Okay. Because there's a lot more. Okay.
Hang
But
on.
the last two.
But sorry. Before you continue, what was this from again?
This is from the Sid Meier's Railroads Manual.
Oh, I didn't know Sid
Yeah,
Meier's
from
made a railroad game.
he did
Huh.
like two of them. This is like the second one.
Ah.
Back in like I think what was this like 2005 I think. The first one in like 1990. So yeah, but anyway, the last two here. The 484 Golden State. The 484 Golden State, known as the GS or General Service, was a powerhouse of passenger transport in the 1930s. Built by the Lima Locomotive Works for California's Southern Pacific Railroad, the Golden State found itself in stiff competition with other express lines looking to cash in on the sudden rise in passenger travel taking place in California and throughout the country. But as the Southern Pacific soon discovered, this new engine was more than capable of keeping pace with the competition. Able to run at over 100 miles an hour, and with enough horsepower to haul heavy lines of passenger cars, the Golden State fortified its position as the well-respected and profitable locomotive. The last one here, the GP Series Diesel. Pure pulling power. If the General Motors EMD GP Series was to be known for anything, it was that. The GP was a highly successful road switcher designed to gather rail cars outside the engine yard, but was quite capable as a freight handler. In 4 years, over 2,500 were sold, going on to become the best-selling diesel in the Americas in the 1950s. And that is the last United States locomotive in here.
Neat.
The next section goes on to Britain and I think worldwide. Okay,
I'm just
next
wondering
is
how I'm just wondering how what I'm gonna put in the description of the YouTube we upload.
this. Yeah, you could just say this episode was boring, so Phantom reads railroad shit.
No, I'm gonna start. Hang on, I'm gonna transition to the stream ending screen, which I probably should have done like 5 minutes ago.
Exactly.
But I'm gonna start having a proper description, trail off, and say, "Fuck it, we got so bored, we decided it would be more interesting to learn about railroads."
Yeah, I'm looking through it. This goes from like United States, fucking Great Britain, and then to France.
Yeah,
I
and
forgot about that.
those are all the trains that are listed in that manual are trains you can get in the game.
Yes.
That's pretty cool. I might need to try the game myself. See
Honestly, if you want to play like some from the Railroad Tycoon series, I would suggest either 2 or 3 made by it's not I think it's Pop Top. You can get them on Steam.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I would go for Railroad Tycoon 3. You can get Sid Meier's Railroads, but Railroad Tycoon 3 has a lot more stuff in it. Sid Meier's Railroads, the 2005 one's more simplified.
I know there's a series of Japanese railroad games where you can actually.
I think you're meaning Denshin.
Yeah, the Denshin Digo. I actually want to try a handful of them. I know I know some of them actually have proper controllers made for them.
Yeah,
that
they do.
that are meant to make it feel a little more authentic. It's kind of if I ever try one of those games, I definitely want to try and get one of those controllers, for as ridiculous as it is. But yeah, that was You know, somehow having the title "The Last Joke" unintentionally makes a lot more sense for this episode.
Oh yeah.
Because it's like, holy crap, we got so bored we couldn't actually make jokes. We just read fucking railroad stuff.
I know, man.
Yeah. Anyway, on the bright side, we only have one Star Wars episode left, and that's episode 9.
Thank God.
We'll see you tomorrow for that. You guys have anything else you want to say before I officially cut the stream?
I completed the water temple.
Sorry, Phantom, can you repeat what you did?
Oh, right, give me a moment.
For a brick, he flew pretty good.
Alright, I think that's actually a good place to end. We'll see you guys tomorrow for the end of LEGO Star Wars.
Right.